So welcome back everybody to Forza Horizon 4, doing something we haven't done for a while, and that's play one of the Festival Playlist Championships. Doing it purely because it's a new exclusive car to the game, but it is one we've already reviewed on a previous Forza game, so I'm not going to do a review on it, but be interested to see the kind of races we can do to get it, and yeah, just enjoy the general car manufacturer that we're winning a car from. So yeah, it's Midnight Mazdaness, basically ripping on Midnight Madness, the free roam classic racer from I think the original Xbox, and yeah, getting a Mazda RX-7 from 1985 as a reward. So yeah, undoubtedly we're going to be in a bunch of Mazdas doing this, so yeah, let's see which ones we can choose from. Yeah, we're going with B class ones, so we'll go with the we'll choose one for each race because there are 3 cars to choose from and 3 races. So we'll go for the newest Mazda MX-5 that we have on the game. Then we'll go with an RX-7, and then we'll go in the Mazda Speed MX-5, which is really rather fast for a 15-year-old car. Reservoir Run. So yeah, no doubt all these are going to be at night, given the title of the championship. So yeah, I've always liked this generation of Mazda MX-5. I think it's really rather nicely sporty, but also refined enough to be usable every day. While I think it also looks really rather good as well. Sure, it's not the most exciting sports car out there, but it does everything that a sports car really should do. And it does it really rather well. So yeah, these are street races, so that's why there's AI traffic. Certainly does play into the kind of driving lines you take, and make you a bit more cautious on blind corners and bends and the like. So. Well, not blind corners and bends, because obviously corners are bends, but you know, blind brows and stuff like that you're going over. Because as you can see, the MX-5 was trying to take a driving line there and did not take into account the fact that there was an AI driver there. Right, we've got the car that we were just in before we started this championship ahead of us, and then classic MX-5 right behind. We certainly have the handling over the classic RX-7, but we do not seem to quite have the speed. We'll do when we draft though. There we go. Certainly a beautifully balanced car, this. Sticks like glue around these kind of corners. Fair bit of lead now as we come onto the home straight. And there we go. BMW tried to sabotage me there right at the end, but we made it. So yeah, nice comfortable 20 points there, giving us a 4-point lead to start with. So yeah, let's get on to the next race. Right, we're getting in the RX-7 now, so yeah, for a 23-year-old car this is still really rather quick, and as you can see you've got far more horsepower than the MX-5 that we were just in. So yeah, and it doesn't, well, it weighs a fair bit more, but yeah, you got more than 100 horsepower extra, you're really not going to be feeling that extra weight. So let's see what it can do on this race. Hopefully these kind of cars will be fully viewable in Forza Vista mode in the next Forza Motorsport game, which has just had its trailer announcement released. Not much was shown, but graphically wise it does look really rather good. I'm just really want to know what the cars are going to be like, and how many are going to be fully viewable, and the kind of tracks we're going to have. Because as far as graphics go, they're good for the detail on the car, but outside of that I'm more interested in the kind of cars we get to drive, the driving physics, the tracks and so forth. That's really what makes the game after all. Graphics eventually become something you just get used to. You stop being blown away by them and just yeah, get used to them, and yeah, I don't really notice them after a while. Good thing is though, it's also available on Xbox Game Pass when it releases, so even though I will buy it myself because I want to support the developers and so forth, it's good to know that if you're not quite sure what the game's going to be like, that you can just pay out for a month of Game Pass and try it out. And if you don't like it, then you've only spent about a fifth or sixth of what the game itself would have cost, so it's pretty good. That's why I like Game Pass. Exposes me to games that I might otherwise not have tried out. And as for this Mazda, well, it's not my favourite version of the RX-7 by any means. Certainly prefer the version that we're going to be winning if we come first in this championship, as well as the Savannah that we started the video out in. But I can certainly see why people like these cars. Because look, there's the an upgraded version visually at least. Which is why people like these cars so much, because you can do so many different things with the way the car looks, never mind in terms of engineering wise underneath. And it's easy to drift as well, even a numpty like me can get it going around a corner like that. It'll also be interesting to know when the support for this game will end, in terms of new cars being added. I hope, because obviously they're giving this game an upgrade with the new Xbox Series X, that means that the support for this will continue, at least until the next Forza Motorsport game comes out. There, another comfortable win, just though we're only just under a second ahead of the MX-5 from 2005. The same one we're going to be getting in for the next and final race, so yeah, let's check it out. Alright, so we're going to be trying out the Mazda Speed MX-5. As you can see, it's more powerful in terms of torque and horsepower than the newer one that we've already tried, though it is slightly heavier and not quite as balanced in terms of weight distribution, but still, it should be fun. And yeah, I don't know why the acceleration and the speed are better on the newer one than the older one. You would have thought more power and torque would have made it quicker, but whatever, let's see what it can do. Again, it's one of my more favourite MX-5 vehicles that we have in this game, or that we've ever had on a Forza game, should I say. because yeah, we've had plenty of different MX-5s over the years, and despite the looks, which I don't quite like because of the headlights surround, then yeah, that's the only real problem I have with this car, to be honest. Certainly the most powerful MX-5 though that was around at that time. There's the RX-7 that we're going to be winning in silver on the right there. Clear the debris for me, thank you very much. Take advantage of that. Really would be nice though that every car that's going to be in the next Forza Motorsport game is fully viewable in Forza Vista, because I know it might sound a silly rule to some people to not review cars that I can't see the engine of, but I like to show that off when reviewing a car. Just feel a little bit more authentic. So yeah, it would really please me if that is the case with the next Forza Motorsport game, because there's a ton of cars that I'd love to review, but I just don't want to while I can't fully see it. But yeah, that would certainly open up a hell of a lot of doors if that was the case. Plus obviously we've also got to see what new vehicles to the series are going to be added. I'm hoping for some classics and more cars from car manufacturers that we've really not had that many from before, or not had any from for a while. And hopefully some cars to return from my top 10 returns from Forza Motorsport 4 that I did for a video not long ago. There's still plenty of cars out of that top 10 that I had that haven't been put on this game or the previous Forza Motorsport 7 game. Plus I do have a wish list that is currently being compiled as I come across cars in various different ways. Nearly overstepped the mark a bit there. And there we go for the win. Not quite as comfortable a lead as probably the previous two races there, but yeah, still overall solid. So there we go. I'll probably use the RX-7 that we've just won in another video at some point, probably Extreme Off-Road Silly Wheels, and if it's suitable enough, probably how fast will it go as well. But yeah, nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you with the next one. Bye.